Today I want to talk about some news that I heard a few months ago. I thought I'd share this information because it's particularly important for those who, like me, use Facebook Pixel or Conversions API. A bit of backstory: in June 2020, Apple announced 3 new app policies that are expected to take effect very soon as this month. These policies are Data Nutrition Label, which requires all apps to submit information about their data collection policies through Apple's App Store. The Tracking Transparency Prompt, which requires App Store apps to ask for users' permission to track them across third-party apps and websites through Apple's App Tracking Transparency Framework. And Tracking via app or browsers, which would force apps and other platforms to use new framework that would restrict and delay event reporting. Apps who do not wish to adapt to these new policies will be banned from the App Store. So basically, if you want to be in the App Store, you will have to abide by these rules. Because Facebook wants to remain available on the App Store, they will adopt Apple's new measures. These changes will affect the way that all types of businesses of all sizes advertise on Facebook, and it will also restrict us advertisers from effectively using personalized ads to convert new users. As mentioned, Apple will enforce tracking prompt, or the prompt for short. Once users get the prompt, they can either opt in or opt out. If they opt in, their data use doesn't change. If they opt out, Facebook will receive limited data from that user, and the way that data is used will change. To account for the decrease in data that Facebook will be receiving, they must make significant changes to both app and web advertising flows. This work is ongoing, so as of right now, Facebook doesn't have all the strategies on how to mitigate the impact of these policies. All in all, everyone will need to make changes. People will need to opt in or opt out for each of their apps. Platforms must rework their infrastructures. Marketers need to rethink how they will measure their digital advertising efforts and how they structure their campaigns. And Facebook advertisers will need to be quick to adapt as Facebook develops new solutions. Apple's new policies will also impact mobile web. Apple has created a new protocol for web attribution called Private Click Measurement, or PCM for short. This restricts data that can be shared across businesses and platforms. In other words, PCM does not support cross-domain measurements or app-to-web conversions. To address this problem, Facebook will be introducing the aggregated event measurement. While it will help, it won't solve all of the limitations that Apple's protocol will create. Some of the most impactful changes that Facebook advertisers will encounter are that there will be changes to the attribution window and that only 8 events per domain will be allowed. This limitation is not specific to a pixel ID, but rather to a domain. On the left side, we can see examples of what domains are. So domain.com, .co, .ca, .ai. Domains are not .com/ca, .com/us. Those are all different pages within one same domain. This being said, if you want more than 8 events, you will need to create different domains. Facebook encourages advertisers to do 2 things. The first one is to verify your domain on Facebook Business Manager. You can do this right now. And the second is to rank your top 8 events. When a user opts out on their Facebook app, Facebook will only be receiving information on 1 event completed after an ad click. So the one that holds a higher ranking on your list. For many companies, purchase event will probably be the top event. If you make any changes to your top 8 events, you will be prevented from optimizing to that event for about 3 days. As mentioned, there will also be changes to the attribution window. Currently, Facebook offers 1-day, 7-day, and 28-day click or view attribution options in Ads Manager. Soon, the default attribution window will be the 7-day click. This will result in limited data available for optimization. Be prepared to see a decline in audience sizes and fewer reported conversions. At the same time, breakdowns will no longer exist for reported conversions. Goodbye, geography breakdown. To recap the things that you should be thinking about or doing: first, verify your domain on Business Manager. Second, prepare to work with 8 events per domain and to rank them. And third, keep in mind the changes to attribution windows. Facebook has noted that personalized advertising will be enabled by Conversions API, so Server API. Our best bet right now is to use Conversions API and to prioritize them. Let me know if you're interested in learning more about Conversions API. If you found this video helpful, please let me know by clicking on the like button. Thank you for watching.